Part 2. Kingdom handover. Chess game. We have reached point where Jesus and Christ entities are taking kingdom. Chessboard with 32 pieces. Chessboard with 32 pieces. We are there. To 4 gods. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaisyas and Sudras. That is there. They are taking them to here. Matthew 26:14. At that time one of the 12, the one called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priest. Judas Iscariot is Jesus and Christ entities. They went to 4 gods. Tomb 3A on chart number 1. They went to the 4 gods here on this on tomb 3A. Matthew 26:15, and said, what are you willing to give me, and I will deliver him to you? And they weighed out to him 30 pieces of silver. 30 pieces here. Jesus and Christ entities counted 32 pieces of silver. 32 pieces on chessboard. 4 gods presented with names for 32 pieces on chart number 2. But 4 gods counted 30 pieces. Yeah. It is not 30 pieces of silver as stated in verse. Where are 2 pieces gone? This is what we have to find out. No name, first that. 4 gods are talking to Peter, 2 entities. Matthew 26:69. Now Peter was sitting outside in the courtyard, and a servant girl came to him and said, you also were with Jesus the Galilean. Peter, Jesus and Christ entities, both brought 32 pieces. Jesus of Galilee, 32 pieces. Matthew 26:70. But he denied it before all, saying, I do not know what you are talking about. Both have no name for 32 pieces. That is it here. Matthew 26:71. And after he had gone out to the porch, another girl saw him and said to those who were there, this man was with Jesus the Nazarene. This is Jesus the Nazarene. Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus of Nazareth is chessboard. Matthew 26:72. And again he denied it with an oath. I do not know the man. Both have no name for chessboard. Matthew 26:73. And after a little while, those who were standing there came to Peter and said, surely you also are one of them, for your speech also makes it clear that you are. 4 gods came to Jesus and Christ entities. Peter. Peter brought 32 pieces and chessboard. 32 pieces and chessboard. To them, 4 gods. Matthew 26:74. Then he began to curse and to swear, I do not know the man. And immediately a rooster crowed. Both have no name for 32 pieces and chessboard. First resurrection. Come into here. First resurrection. Mark 16:1. And when the Sabbath was past, Mary the Magdalene and Mary the mother of James and Salome bought spices so that they might come and anoint him. Mary Magdalene, Mary mother of James, Salome, 4 gods. Yeah, these are the 4 gods. Matthew 28:1. Now late on the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, Mary the Magdalene and the other Mary came to look at the grave. Mark 16:2. And very early on the first day of the week, they came to the tomb as the sun rose. This is the tomb here. After Sabbath, after 4 gods created name for 32 pieces and chessboard, Mary Magdalene, Christ entity, other Mary, Jesus entity, both went to tomb 3A. That's here. Matthew 28:2. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for an angel of the Lord descended out of heaven and came and rolled away the stone and sat upon it. Angel Kalki rolled stone away. Stone, chessboard, taken away. Mark 16:3-5. And they said to one another, who will roll away the stone for us from the door of the tomb? And when they looked up, they saw that the stone had been rolled away, for it was extremely large. And when they entered into the tomb, they saw a young man sitting on the right, clothed in a white robe, and they were alarmed. 4 gods. Yeah. Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaisyas, Sudras. Separated 32 pieces from chessboard, stone. Matthew 28:5. And the angel answered and said to the woman, do not be afraid, for I know that you are seeking Jesus, the crucified. I know you are looking for Jesus. That's Jesus. 32 pieces. And chessboard who were without names. Crucified, first death. Without name is crucifixion. Matthew 28:6. He is not here, for he has been raised. Even as he said, come, see the place where he was lying. 32 pieces. That's the 32 pieces there. Is not here at first death. Without name. He has been raised. First resurrection of 32 pieces and chessboard with name Jesus. Jesus, 32 pieces. 32 pieces is chessboard with 64 squares is Jesus also. Mark 16:6. And he said to them, do not be alarmed. You are seeking Jesus the Nazarene, who has been crucified. He has been raised. He is not here. Behold the place where they laid him. Jesus the Nazarene. Yeah, it's chessboard. Stone roll away. That's 64 squares. He left tomb 3A. And go quickly and tell his disciples that he has been raised from the dead. And behold, he goes before you into Galilee. There you will see him. Behold, I have told you. Matthew 21:11. And the crowd said, this is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth of Galilee. Verse refers to two Jesus. Jesus of Nazareth, 64 squares. Jesus of Galilee, 32 pieces. 32 pieces, 64 squares. Mark 16:7. But go tell his disciples and Peter that he is going before you into Galilee. There you will see him, even as he told you. Matthew 26:69. You also go with Jesus the Galilean. That's Jesus the Galilean. 32 pieces. Jesus of Galilee, 32 pieces, is going to meet Jesus of Nazareth, chessboard, who was rolled away ahead of Jesus, 32 pieces. First resurrection is based on Jesus and Christ entities presenting to four gods. 32 pieces and chessboard without names. Four gods presented names for one, 32 pieces. Jesus of Galilee. Two, chessboard. Jesus of Nazareth. Two disciples. Matthew 8:28. And when he came to the other side into the region of the Gadarenes, two possessed by demons met him, as they were coming out of the tombs, so exceedingly fierce that no one was able to pass by on that road. Two disciples left tomb 3A. This is how we get 30 pieces. They left tomb 3A. 30 pieces are now on chessboard. 2 pieces left tomb 3A.